Truly, it is like a family, and to be a member of the BOMA family is very, very rewarding.
Just the camaraderie of the group and feeling welcome anytime I step into a room at whatever event. It's probably my most cherished memory about it.
The people at BOMA really care about us. We care about them because they support who we are and what we do every day, but I believe that they really care about us.
As BOMA, Georgia celebrates 100 years of empowering our state's commercial real estate market, we take a look back at the people and the principles that have helped us thrive for a century and the vision that will launch our next 100 years. A meeting was held today to organize in Atlanta a branch of the National Association of Building Owners and Managers. Mr. Ivan E. Allen, president of the Atlanta Convention Bureau, stated object of the meeting was to organize an Atlanta... May 27, 1913. Atlanta is enchanted by the opening of two landmarks, the Weinkauf Hotel and the Capital City Club. Meanwhile, as the U.S. is contemplating how the newly passed 16th Amendment establishing the first national income tax will affect the business climate, a group of Atlanta businessmen gather to chart the course of the growing downtown real estate market. Though their numbers were few, their influence will be significant and long-lasting.
You had an organization composed of family ownership, of people who built a building as an investment, and their family owned it and ran it. Healy, Hurt Building, William Oliver Building, Candler Building. These were people. These were families that owned and built these buildings.
From the start, BOMA Atlanta had vision, but it also had challenges that stood in the way of the organization achieving its full potential.
It was a family organization. A lot of camaraderie, but it was more like a social club than anything else.
That's exactly what it was. And it got locked in that way until people like Stewart got involved that began to open up the association so the membership could grow.
As Atlanta was establishing itself as the business hub of the New South, the expanded Hartsfield International Airport was bringing new business to Atlanta, and BOMA had a fresh vision and new leaders.
My pitch to the board when I joined was that we needed to provide programs that would be important enough for that manager to get up out of his office and come to the meeting and listen to the program. It couldn't be the film of the football game or the Masters. It had to be something they could take back to the office and make more money for that corporation that was paying them. That was a major milestone.
New and innovative programs that would shape the future of BOMA were developed. The vendor trade show, certification classes, advocacy programs, and community service programs. With these, BOMA experienced a renaissance. It was time for BOMA to open its arms to a more diverse membership base. It was time for the Boys Club to expand its horizons.
The group in the early 1980s was all gray-haired men. Now, if you go to a BOMA luncheon, it's probably more than 50% women. So it's been a significant career path and change and opportunity for women, which is great.
Lots and lots of people were very, very supportive. The support was just wonderful, and I made so many friends, and I loved it so much.
When I first started out in BOMA, it was Dixie and myself. There in a whole big room of men. So it took us a lot of years, I think, to earn respect that we could be a representative of BOMA, that we could do our jobs, and we had to probably work a little harder than everybody else to get accepted.
But acceptance did come. And as the Centennial Olympic Games made their presence felt on the downtown landscape, BOMA had already seen 4 women lead the organization, and the member demographics continued to shift. With that shift came new ideas, vigorous growth, and, in recent years, a greater emphasis on strategic governance.
BOMA's changed over the last few decades a lot. And I think it has moved away from being just base building operators to understanding real estate as an investment, and then what the building management group brings to that part.
In the last decade, the most important change that we made, I believe, is a commitment to strategic governance. Strategic governance is an opportunity for the board of directors to really focus on the future, to really focus on change in the industry and on the direction of the organization.
Our executive director, Gabriel Eckert, and our entire staff do a wonderful job of leading this organization so that as board of directors or executive committee, the time that we come together is really time well spent.
A focus on strategic governance allowed BOMA's membership to grow and diversify. And in 2012, BOMA Atlanta became BOMA Georgia, an organization dedicated to serving the real estate industry throughout the entire state. Even with all of the changes over the last 100 years, one thing has remained constant: the understanding that BOMA is family.
One of the reasons I think BOMA is viewed as such a family is because of the common experiences that we share. Members come into the organization hoping to grow professionally, but somewhere along the way, as we do that together, we grow personally and we grow together as a family as well.